after this red card, I think we lost our composure and we conceded 3 goals. And I think that we have to improve a lot on this aspect because can happen a situation of this type, but we must be we must pay attention and to try to think that there is a rest of game to try to do your best.
And, but it was really good and had our moments, and we consider the offside goal. That's really not fun. Difficult to accept, but we have enough training in this and accepting this because it happened last year all the time, very often. So, but it starts again and it feels not too good. But we know that we can do better. We have to do better. That's what I tell the boys.
I'm convinced that we won 10 over the last 11 games in the Premiership, and we won against Man City in the semi-final and the final against Chelsea. And overall, I'm convinced that the team is focused, and I see that every day in training.
I think the quality of our performance, based on confidence levels, really high. And I'm not going to say that the performance was perfect because it wasn't perfect. We made our mistakes. We have room for improvement, obviously.
Chelsea wrong to sell Nemanja Matic as he stars in Manchester United romp. Manchester United began the 2017-18 Premier League season with an impressive 4-0 mauling of West Ham at Old Trafford. The hosts were guilty of spurning a hatful of fine chances in the opening half, but eventually took the lead when £75 million summer signing Romelu Lukaku raced onto Marcus Rashford's pass and cannoned in a shot off the crossbar. He doubled his tally in the second half, putting United 2-0 up by glancing in Henrikh Mkhitaryan's inswinging free kick. Anthony Martial added a third not long after being introduced from off the bench, while Paul Pogba capped a fine performance by curling in a shot from distance and injury time. Here are 5 things we learned from the match. Lukaku was the striker United have been looking for. On this evidence, signing Lukaku was £75 million well spent for Manchester United. The striker loves scoring against West Ham, netting 9 times in his last 10 appearances against the Hammers, and was brilliant in his Premier League debut for his new club, leading the line powerfully and bagging an all-important brace. Most encouragingly, he also linked up especially well with Marcus Rashford, who repeatedly darted inside from off the wing to play Lukaku into space. The pair had a good understanding of one another's games and will only get better the more they play alongside one another. Hernandez needs more support. There is no doubting that Hernandez is a quality striker, but playing as a lone striker in a 4-3-3 formation that quickly saw Andreu and Marco Arnautovic drop into deep positions, the Mexican looked incredible isolated. And despite tirelessly chasing down every lost cause and harrying the United defense throughout, Hernandez touched the ball just 44 times, with only Andreu finding himself on the ball less. If he's going to succeed at West Ham, he needs somebody stationed alongside him to play off of. Chelsea were wrong to sell Matic this summer. Chelsea's title defence got off to an absolutely disastrous start this weekend, as Burnley ran them ragged in a shock 3-2 win. Worse, both Gary Cahill and Cesc Fabregas saw red, leaving Antonio Conte with a real selection headache for the away match against Tottenham. In stark contrast, United played exceptionally well against West Ham, with new signing Nemanja Matic particularly impressive in the middle of the pitch. He was one of United's busiest players, and particularly effective in the air. His happiness to do the dirty work meanwhile allowed Paul Pogba to push forward, and he already looks a superb addition to United's starting 11. West Ham fans shouldn't lose hope. Slaven Bilic's side look far stronger than they did last season and, against lesser sides, the likes of Hernandez and Arnautovic prosper. The side also have a number of talented young players coming through, including new signings and RL Maseni and Sedhak Spanovic, as well as academy graduate Declan Rice, who was given a little run out here. Manchester United away is one of the hardest opening weekend fixtures out there, and there is no shame in defeat. But it is important that West Ham take something from one of their next 2 away games, against Southampton and Newcastle respectively. For United, and it could have been more. When United last played West Ham at Old Trafford in the Premier League, they drew 1-1 despite dominating possession and taking 17 shots on goal. The performance epitomized United's struggles last season, with the side having one of the lowest big chance conversion rates in the league. This season things already look to be different, with Romelu Lukaku wasting little time in opening up his United account. But Mourinho's side are still guilty of wasting a number of gilt-edged opportunities in the first half, and they should have killed this game long before they did. If United are going to win the league this year, they need to perform the way they did in the second half for the full 90 minutes.